Hi guys, let's break down some ballet moves. So the first ballet move we're going to do is going to be plies. So this video again is more for your mom and dads to be able to focus on what you're doing and help you a little bit with your technique. So for plies, we want to make sure that we start with our feet in, pie feet. So we can start with our feet together and then slowly mosey our toes out. We want our heels together. We want our toes facing out. You can have a smaller pie if you don't want to fall over, but our goal is to have a nice big pie. Okay, for plies, it's really, really important that we keep zipped up. So the basic plie is just bending the knees and stretching. Seems really easy. But what we have to make sure is that when we plie, we're not going like this. We gotta make sure that we're keeping as straight up and down as possible. So every time we plie, think about that big zipper, zipping you all the way to the roof, and think of that pulling you up, keeping that bum tucked in. We also wanna make sure that our knees are going over our toes. So instead of our knees coming in and bending like this, we want to make sure that our knees go over our toes and up. This is actually better for the health of our knees. If we're bowing them in, it actually puts a lot of tension on the body. So you want to make sure that you're treating your body well and bending in the ways that it wants to instead of bending in the ways that it doesn't. So again, we want to make sure our knees go over our toes and that we're really, really zipped up. So that's a demi-plie. For a grand plie, we're gonna go all the way down to the ground. This means our heels are gonna lift. For the demi-plies, you never want your heels to lift. So just go as far as you can without lifting those heels. For the grand plies, when we're lifting our heels, don't pop them up all at once. It's supposed to be gradual. So we're bending, we're bending, we're bending. We're lifting the heels, and then we're coming back up, dropping those heels as soon as possible, and coming back up. So that's pretty much what we want to focus on for plies. Most important thing, are they just following along? If they're following along well, then we move on to the next thing, which is making sure that they're super, super, super zipped, not sticking the butts out. For most of them, that's kind of where we stop paying attention. And then we focus on knees over the feet going really, or like making sure that line is really strong. Most of them naturally do that. But turnout oftentimes gets smaller and smaller and smaller. So while the knees are going over toes, it's no longer a turned out plie. It's kind of more like this. So that's another thing to focus on, making sure that periodically you zip that pie into a bigger shape. And then we also have to focus on making sure those heels pop for the grand plies and then drop again for the grand plies. Most of them aren't there yet, so you can just ignore that step. I'll catch you in the next video for Dondoos. Bye!